In this video, I'm going to show you how to export a geometry that you have made as an asset. Assets are objects that you have created in Google Earth Engine or that you've uploaded from your computer, and they're basically just kind of like data items that you can pull into your script. So in this case, I took a long time creating my complicated geometry, and I want to be able to use it in other scripts. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this geometry as an asset so that I can use it later. In order to do this, we are going to use a function called export table to asset. We can click on the description here, and it says creates a batch task to export a feature collection to an Earth Engine table asset. There are some arguments that we need. So actually the only argument that we technically need is the collection that we're exporting. But some other things that might be helpful to include as well are the task description and the asset ID, this is really the important one, the asset ID, because that's what it'll be named in your assets tab. So I will start to write this function, export table to asset. And then within here, I'm going to create some dictionary items. So the arguments that we needed included the collection. Right now, my geometry is a geometry rather than a feature. And for this function to work, we actually need a feature collection. And so there's different ways that we can make this work. One is that we can just switch the data type to a feature collection rather than a geometry. Another way is that we can say EE feature collection here, and that'll turn my geometry into a feature collection. I'll also put the task description here. I'll just say exporting ROI, and then the asset ID. I'm going to name this Rocky Mountains. Great, so now I can run that. My task window highlights in yellow. It says that there's a task that I've submitted. I'll click run, make sure that all of this looks fine, and I'll run it. This might take a minute or two, and it'll tell us when it's done because the task will turn blue and not gray. All right, so it took a minute for it to export my ROI as an asset, but now I can go ahead and create a new script. And now in my assets tab, I can go down and find the asset that I just exported called Rocky Mountains. We can click on it, see what it looks like. That looks like my ROI. So I'm going to import that. And then just to check, we can add it to the map and make sure that it still looks the same. And it does. So there you go. That is how to export a geometry as an asset so that you can use it later.